It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bears and the 49ers on Sunday night.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Sports coverage of the National Football League. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 20. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. I mean, the arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. I mean, he is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Little miscommunication there, and that brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On fourth down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Back deep for the Niners, Jacob Cowling. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On second down, Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
On 4th down, here comes the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10. Williams. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. He'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. To the ground, he'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. And he will score. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. His kick is good, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Receiver in motion, headed left. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line. So Kittle comes in motion. They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
On third down, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. They'll run. Here is the rookie out of Ole Miss. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. From the gun, it's Purdy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Third down. Purdy. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues. Purdy works out of the pistol. That's to the right side and incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Purdy gonna put it up again. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. To throw once more, it's Purdy. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown San Francisco.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The 49ers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. Here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey now from the pistol. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A tight end in motion now. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. This one complete right side. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He runs with it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Bears offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Second and 7. To throw, it's Williams. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Niners offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's Purdy, making the read and keeping it. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Purdy now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes Thomas Morstead. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Bears offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Throwing is Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Renardo Green. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Stop a team, but turn him back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Moody now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers will take a 21-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Scott now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Working across the field. He's going to find more. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. What can they do here on third down and 7? Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Penalty yardage made this much easier to convert. They now face third and 2. He'll go right and find his running back. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Bears first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. But what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
From the 35, it's first and 10. I'll give on the ground and a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. On the give, here's Swift. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early. So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears draw closer here. It's 21-14. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll do so with first and 10. Man in motion, heading left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Niners first down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. They'll come up here, first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's second and 3 to go. They'll send a tight end in motion. Play action. Here's Purdy. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Purdy works out of the pistol. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. They'll throw again with Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Purdy gonna put it up again. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw once more, it's Purdy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Once you get down into this part of the field, most teams call it the red area, you have to finish by capitalizing with 6 points. Anything less than that feels like a little bit of a letdown, and after that sack, their chances of coming away with 6 get a lot more difficult.
Now a timeout signal form, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the Niners going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That is brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0-0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. First and 10 for Purdy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Purdy on first down. That's taken in by Jennings. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. They get the veteran Trent Williams. Again in the air for Purdy. First down throw there is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He's going to run it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, he's doing it all on this drive. He's throwing the ball well, and now he's able to use his legs to pick up good yardage and get a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's caught by McCaffrey. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. So Kittle comes in motion. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here And it sets up 1st and goal.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's hauled in at the 2. And he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line. So now it is 4th and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Brock Purdy, touchdown San Francisco. Greg, there's nothing like a quarterback who can take a play that's not in the playbook and bring it to life and bring it to the end zone for a touchdown.
These are the most difficult plays for a defense to defend because you think you do everything right. You have all the receivers covered. You're able to force the quarterback off his initial spot, but sometimes you just can't teach athlete, Mike. And in this case, he said, all right, there's nowhere to go with the ball. I'm just going to tuck it and do it myself.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now Williams going to keep it himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The 49ers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
1st and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
3rd and short. Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the 1st down.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And that won't get a whole lot. Down to about the 5. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That is caught! What a job on the scramble! Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. Moody now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers tack on one more to their lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Scott now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Right back to him on 1st down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Gonna look deep, looking for more. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, if you're going to run the ball in the middle of this defensive line, you better block the big man in the middle, Mike. What a great job not only defeating his blocks, but being able to penetrate enough to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That is a great play by the big man inside.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Second and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, They don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the Bears first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down. They'll stay on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He is in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. That his second touchdown tonight. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. Now a give up the middle. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2 unsuccessful. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. The 49ers out to punt this one. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bears are able to edge a bit closer. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Niners offense make their way out to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
They'll go play action with Purdy. Taking off, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. On the zone read, a give to Garendo. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Throwing is Purdy. And this ball incomplete on third down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Williams. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, it's Williams. And that ball incomplete over the middle. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Williams to the air once more. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To throw it again, it's Williams. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one online, and it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. this will wind up a Niners first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They run once more with McCaffrey. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. The 49ers out for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. The faithful roaring here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock. Throwing again, Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your... Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is incomplete, Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
That one on target to Moore. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, one timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout, and it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd down. Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.